All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are going to master two super important questions in English: how much and how many. Getting this right is one of those little things that makes a huge difference. It helps you sound so much more natural when you're out shopping or ordering food. Stick with me, and I promise you'll be asking about quantities like you've been doing it your whole life. You know that feeling, right? We've all been there. You're in a new place, maybe a market, you see something you really want, but then you freeze. The words just don't come out right. You feel a little shy, a little stuck. Well, guess what? Today, we're going to fix that for good, and it's honestly way easier than you think. Believe it or not, the entire difference between how much and how many really just comes down to one simple secret. It's just one little question you ask yourself that unlocks the whole thing. So, you ready for it?
That's it. That is the entire secret. Before you even think about asking, you just have to pause for a second and think, is this something I can count one by one? This one little question is what separates everything into two basic groups: things you can count and things you can't.
So, first up, we have our countable nouns. These are the easy ones. Just think of anything you can literally point to and count out loud: one apple, two apples, one chair, two chairs. You can put a number right in front of them, and you can add an S to the end to make it plural. Simple as that.
And on the other side, we have uncountable nouns. Now, as the name kind of tells you, you can't count these things individually. Think about stuff like water or tiny little grains like sugar and rice. I mean, you would never ask for two rices, right? It just sounds a little strange. And that's because we think about these things in terms of amount, not number. We measure them, we don't count them.
Okay, look at this table. It makes the difference crystal clear. On the left, we've got our countable friends: tomatoes, potatoes, bananas. You can count each one. And on the right, the uncountables: rice, sugar, coffee. Take a second and just let this sink in. This is exactly how you can start separating them in your mind from now on.
All right, now that we know the secret rule, let's actually use it. We're going to take a quick imaginary trip to a market together. This is where it all comes together, and you'll see just how powerful this simple idea really is. So here they are, the two magic questions. For anything on that countable list, you're going to ask, how many? How many apples? And for everything you can't count, you ask, how much? How much water? Let's give it a go. Okay, let's start our little role play. Imagine you walk up to a vegetable stall. You see some nice red tomatoes, and you think to yourself, can I count them? Yes, 1 tomato, 2 tomatoes. So you politely ask, excuse me, how many tomatoes do you have? Perfect. It sounds totally natural. And because it's a countable item, the shopkeeper can give you a really clear, simple answer with a number. We have 10 tomatoes. See? Easy. Now, you look over and see a big sack of rice. You remember our rule: rice is uncountable. You're not going to count every single grain. So what do? You just switch your question. Great, and how much rice is there? See how you just changed that one little word? Now, pay attention to how the shopkeeper's answer changes. They don't give you a number of rices. Instead, they talk about the amount, probably in kilos or pounds. We have a lot of rice, 1 kilo, and just like that, you've had a perfect, successful conversation with no awkward moments. See how easy that was? Okay, you have totally mastered the questions. Now let's add one more super simple tool to your English toolbox. This one is for when you're making statements, and it's all about whether you're saying something positive, like I have it, or something negative, like I don't have it. The rule is right here, and it's so easy. If you're making a positive statement, you use the word some, like I have some bananas. But if you're making a negative statement, usually with don't or doesn't, you switch to any. I don't have any bananas. So many people get this mixed up, but now you know the secret to getting it right every single time. You are doing so well. We've covered the most important points, and it really all just boils down to a few super simple rules. So let's do a quick final recap so you can get out there and start using this knowledge right now. Here it is. This is your cheat sheet to sounding like a native speaker. Step 1, always ask yourself, can I count it? If the answer is yes, you use how many. If the answer is no, you use how much. And for your statements, just remember, some is for positive, any is for negative. That's really the whole thing. So what now? Here's what I want you to do. As soon as this is over, go look around your own kitchen. I'm serious, right now. What do you see? Start practicing.
How many eggs are in the carton? How much milk is in the fridge? The absolute best way to make this stuff stick is to use it immediately. Go on, give it a try. You've got this.